Yes, people, welcome back to another episode of Robo Talk. Hope everyone is well, having a good Monday and had a very good weekend. All the mandem will be joining shortly. A couple mandem had to go into the office today, so you know how I get people just making their way back from work. But hope everyone is blessed. Hope everyone's having a good day. And obviously, as you join, as always, make sure to smash the likes, keep showing support to RBT, always growing every single day. So we just want to thank everyone for that. And then, yeah, smash the likes, subscribe if you're new, and share with your friends. And obviously, we've been putting up a few stuff on our Instagram. For anyone who doesn't follow us, make sure to check us out. I'll add something in the comments where people can go straight to our Instagram page. But do make sure to follow us on Instagram too. We will be looking to have more guests involved on RBT. Maybe have a guest on at least once a month. Get one of our supporters on. I don't even like to call it fans, really. More like supporters, people that root for us on. Just to talk football, just whatever the topic may be, whether it's something that's happened in the Premier League or Champions League or just general topics, debates. As we usually do on debate show this every Wednesday. This Wednesday we've got another debate show, and that's going to be on top 10 strikers in the Prem. Currently, we did the top 10 wingers last week, which went down well. So we're going to do top 10 strikers in the Prem at the moment on Wednesday. But yeah, just so I think when the mandem do come in, the first thing that we will be talking about will be the Carabao Cup final. As we all saw, and I'm sure the mandem will touch on it when they all come. We saw Liverpool come out on top. Even though the game ended 0-0, I have to say it was actually a pretty entertaining 0-0 game. A lot of chances in the match for both sides. You could argue Chelsea maybe had the biggest chances, even though Mane's miss or you can call it a Mendy save, was a huge one, and even Salah's one-on-one, I think, is low-key being slept on. Like, that was a big chance too. And then obviously Mason Mount completely packed for two huge chances, one from a great Havertz pass, and the second one from a Pulisic pass, and his second touch messed him up, get the ball stuck under his feet, took the shot too early. He had more time than he thought, and then he ended up hitting the post. And then obviously Pulisic missed a big chance too. But there were a lot of big chances in the game. It was a strange one because there were a lot of big chances in the game. I feel like the defenses played well. I feel like Thiago Silva for Chelsea and Rudiger were fantastic. And I thought that Van Dijk and Matip were also very good for Liverpool. So it was a strange game in that aspect, but it was a very good game regardless. The penalty shootouts were top class. As you were going through it, especially the first five takers for each team, you realize, wow, these teams have got some proper penalty takers. Because you look at Liverpool, you got Milner, who's super underrated from the sport. Like, he's one of the best penalty kick takers. Fabinho obviously used to take them for Monaco, so he's always been very good at them. Van Dijk, obviously, he might not be renowned as a penalty kick taker, but his one was outstanding. Trent, we know about his ability on the ball, and then Salah's got an amazing conversion rate from the spot as well since he's been at Liverpool. And then obviously for Chelsea, we know who they've got. They've got the likes of Jorginho and things like that. So two excellent teams from the spot. In the end, it came down to Kepa, which was a shame for him. It was a shame for Kepa that it had to go down that way because, there's question marks about whether he should have been brought on. Obviously, I think Tuchel's done this before. I think it was in the UEFA Super Cup final that they won earlier in the season against Villarreal. I think they did the same thing where Kepa was the one on penalties. He's definitely done. I'm pretty sure it's in that game where he did it. If not, correct me, people, but I'm pretty sure it's that one where he did that. Kepa came on and he was the hero in the shootout, which was fantastic for him. Chelsea won the Super Cup and no one complained then. And obviously the nature of football is then, I think one thing that I would say is that anyone who watched the game yesterday will know that Mendy was having a fantastic game. He was having a fantastic game. And I think one of the problems with football nowadays is that the human element of it is being taken out of it, in the sense that it's all now very stat driven, very everything based around percentages, likelihood, etc., etc. And that element of what is the feeling of what is happening within the game. It's the case of Mendy was having a very good game. Obviously, Smash likes people. Mendy was having a very good game. He's just come back off the back of AFCON, where even though it was only one penalty, he was still part of a successful penalty shootout victory in the AFCON final. So you're thinking, okay, I know Kepa has got us here in terms of the Carabao Cup, but the game's going this way. Mendy's playing well. I'm keeping Mendy on for the penalty shootout. There's no guarantee he wouldn't have gone regardless. May have got to Mendy, and same thing may have happened. Chelsea might have lost regardless. But I just think that aspect of it's like everything being so stat driven, and it's just like, could you imagine back in the day, for example, Van der Sar coming off for Kuszak? Because Kuszak was apparently the one penalties. Things didn't really work like that, especially with goalkeepers. The number one position is very, very important. So I feel like Tuchel maybe made a mistake there, but overall, fantastic penalties. It's a shame it had to end like that. You would have preferred if maybe Kepa missed and the penalty was saved. But yeah. Yesterday, what are you saying, bro?
Yes, bro. Sorry, man. Sorry for being late, man. Only 2 messages late.
Nah, no worries, my guy. No worries. What are you saying, though?
Yeah, good, man. Good. I love the title, man. We got to address this Kepa thing, but I guess we'll get into it today, man. What part? Where we at the moment?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was just touching on. I was saying, like, I was talking about the game, and I was saying obviously it was a mad game. In terms of 4-0, it was actually very entertaining. Like, me and you were messaging during the game saying, like, this is actually a good game.
Very.
But one of the things I was saying is that one of the things I think in football, we always talk about stats and everything, how it's all percentage based, right? And I was saying that one of the problems is that, like, the human element of the game is being taken out of it. And what I mean by that is, we were watching the game, right?
Yeah.
And Mendy was having a fantastic game.
Oh, well, you see those saves? You're not meant to save. I just got that quick. Yeah? Come on.
All right. So my point is, cool. Kepa might be the better penalty shot stopper, yeah? Cool. He might be, yeah? Tuchel's done this before. Cool. All right. You disagree, but I'm just saying he might be. I'm playing devil's advocate. So I'm saying, if you're watching that game, you're seeing how Mendy's playing. He's just come off the back of winning AFCON on a penalty shootout.
On a penalty shootout, yeah.
Just keep him in the team. Just keep him for the shootout. Why do you have to force it by bringing Kepa on? Kepa's not that good at penalty saving where it's like we have to bring him on. Like, so that's my problem. That was my problem with it. Like, obviously we got KD in the building. Obviously, massive Chelsea fan. Big up our guy KD, saying shake my head. My boy Mount folded and dropped a 0 out of 10. Yeah, he was shocking.
No, he wasn't that bad, man.
He was shocking.
Man. No. I thought Mount was the only one making. Well, that's a lie. I said the only one, but he was making shit happen. Yes, he missed. He might have a bit of blood in his hand in the first half. Those sitters and that.
And the second one. The second half. Yeah, don't forget that one. Yeah. He hit the post. But yeah, man. Well, KD, tell me, man, what are you saying about Mendy? Should Mendy have been brought off or Kepa on? Tell me, bro. Obviously, people smash it out. But yeah, man, talk to me about that Kepa thing, bro. Because obviously, the way he missed the pen just turned into a comedy.
No, facts. But you look at it, yeah, and you see him coming on, and you see him warming up, and the camera keeps going to him and stuff, and all this jazz, and you think, oh, God, they're gonna. What's going on, Rash? You think they're gonna. This is it. It's written in the stars. Like, you don't bring on a player who's gonna come on and let what happened yesterday happen. What I mean by that is, could at least save one or put them off. I saw the Van Dijk penalty. Van Dijk penalty, yeah? Did you see how far he was to Van Dijk's side?
He was literally on that side of the goal.
Which means there was no way we would get him there. Van Dijk, if he was cheeky enough, I would have gone to that corner and said, "What? You thought you got me?" Van Dijk said, "Nah, listen, I'm gonna mug you off, yeah, you cunt. Yeah, first of all. And I'm gonna put it to your near side post, son." And what did he do?
He smashed it where he was.
Yeah, I don't know. If I'm being honest with you, I know Kepa was bought. I think he was the record goals goalkeeper signing. I don't know what he brings to the table, bro. I don't know what he brings to the table. So yeah, it's a bit of a shame one. But the one on Mount, man, let me just pick up my boy, man. I like Mount, man. I thought he was active yesterday. I thought he was making stuff happen. And to be fair, when you look at Liverpool and how they press, we know Chelsea can do it sometimes, but Chelsea don't do it all the time. And seeing them all press, it was such a good game. And the 0-0 does not say enough about the game, I'll be honest with you. But it was a quality game to watch, I'll be honest. Liverpool deserved in the end, as you can see. You know, all their penalties were fantastic. All of Chelsea's penalties were fantastic as well. I'm seeing all these players, Silva, coming up and taking penalties so confident. And then obviously Kepa, fucking have it, son. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, no, well said. Yeah, I think the penalties were fantastic. Obviously, I think there was definitely an element where, as elite penalty takers as all they were, there was an element of, you could tell it was the Carabao Cup, because them man looked too calm taking them pens,
relaxed.
Like they were relaxed, like, bro, this is the Carabao Cup. If we
no
nerves. Like, I'm telling you, if it's Champions League final, they're not taking penalties like that. And if they are, fair play to them. I'm not gonna rule them out because they are quality ballers. Before I come to Rash, KD saying Mendy, when it comes to saving pens, is not it. Let me not lie. Kepa coming on was the right decision. He's proven in penalty shootouts. How our best finisher was left on the bench is beyond me.
Who's their best?
You must mean Lukaku, right? Your best finisher.
He scored a pen.
Yeah, he scored. What's he on about?
No, I think he must mean like Lukaku came on too late. That's what he must mean. Unless there's somebody else thinking of. Best finisher.
Nah, he's talking about someone else. Okay,
all right. Can you clarify that? Because because I thought Havertz played good up top, but
Havertz. I like Havertz.
Yeah, Havertz was good yesterday.
If you want as well, we can all do it. I mean, when Jeff gets it, we can do a player ratings on everyone.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, let's do it. But yeah, Rash, like, yeah, man. Talk to me about, obviously, we're talking about the Mendy thing being taken off. But yeah, also just speak about some of the standout performances from yesterday. Obviously, Diaz for Liverpool was fantastic. Their best player in terms of going forward for sure. And then I thought Thiago Silva was brilliant for Chelsea. But yeah, man, I'll let you elaborate.
Yeah, I thought it was a good advertisement for what a cup final should kind of look like. It was end-to-end stuff, very competitive. There wasn't really a team dominating another team in regards to possession and attacks and stuff like that. It felt like a really good sparring session. It seemed like more of, all right, we can do this, what can you do? Oh, we can do this, what can you do? You know what I mean? And that's what you want to see in football. It's very entertaining. I didn't care who won, as you know, because who cares? But it was a good outfit. A couple disallowed goals, offsides, VARs, whatever. Yeah, man, I thought it was really good. I mean, it was a pity that it was 0-0, but in reality, it wasn't 0-0. They goal defenses was penetrated, goals were scored. VAR saved the lives of a lot of people yesterday. Unfortunately for Chelsea, I think they put 2 in the net. I think they did, or something like that. So yesterday, but 2 was disallowed. Good stand-up performances, as you're saying. Yeah, Diaz is sick. He just fits that bill for Liverpool. He's like slots right in, like he's been there for years. And he was putting on a bit of a show yesterday as well, skilling up a couple men, which was really good to see. Kante, I think he's a brilliant player, man. Like yesterday, just seeing how he would just intercept the ball and set up any type of Chelsea attack. It would begin with him majority of the time as well. So I thought, like you said, I thought Havertz had a good performance. Lukaku, he was Lukaku, held up play, had his opportunity, took his opportunity when it came to him. Fortunately, he got called offside. I would have said that was level. That was a bit harsh for me.
That was on.
Very harsh.
That was onside, man.
That was on.
Yeah. At minimum, it was level. Otherwise, he was onside. You know. So
I don't get this thing now where apparently it's they do it to the
sleeve.
To the sleeves, but I'm like, but you can't score with your arms. So why would
every time it changes, bro.
But the worst is that look, something identical was Harry Kane's goal. Yeah, where he was off the
Yeah,
shoulder of the defender as well. It was literally the same, neck
yeah,
and neck,
yeah.
same
That's
way.
the thing. Yeah,
And it even looked like they may have gave Harry the benefit of the doubt. It looked like that because he looked like he was slightly ahead. But it's just like, why? Anyway, I'm not asking why.
yeah,
It's just I'm noticing these things.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah. It's
so
strange. Yeah,
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 so they just need to build a little bit of consistency in regards to that. But yeah, man, overall good final. Kepa, I've been like cussing that youth for a while, man, since he like shouted out his manager and I was like, no, I'm not getting
yeah.
off the pitch. Like, I don't respect that sort of behavior still.
Yeah,
And I
can't do
think
that.
he felt he was better than what he is buying for the price tag that he was. But in reality, like some people are saying, look, they should have let Mendy stay in goal. He had a brilliant game. He had a brilliant tournament. Let the kid have
Yeah,
a chance to show what he can do between the sticks. But at the same time, I believe Tuchel knows what he's doing. I believe there's training. I believe they have penalty kick training. I believe that he thinks that Kepa's better. So if he thinks that strategically he can bring on Kepa, it might bring in a little bit of a bit of psychology warfare there because someone's coming on to defend the goal, so it might put Liverpool on the back foot a little bit. Like, okay, they've just switched the keeper. He must be sick. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
We already know his reputation already, and plus there is the chance for him to save the day and be the hero if he does save it. But coming on, not saving anything, diving the right way for a couple, not clocking the pattern of Liverpool's penalty shootouts after a while, seeing that all of them was going over to the same. Like you just think you would kind of
yeah.
clock certain things, or at least go to the corner that everyone's shooting
Uh,
once. Do you know what I mean? And then to, as Jalil likes to say, take a goal kick for a penalty kick. Do you know when you come in and say, why did he take a goal kick? I almost died, bro.
Fam, have you seen the advert, man? That commercial. I think I'll put it into the chat anyway. But that
Yeah, you
commercial,
did, yeah.
and when he kicks it, it goes have it. That's all I saw.
Have
That's
it.
all I saw.
Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, it kind of flopped by that, but it can happen to anyone. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
It
Like, it's
can.
penalty shootout. It's one of those things where one team's gonna win and one team's gonna lose. Someone's got to flop. Both teams took brilliant penalties. Liverpool's goalkeeper banging penalty. You know what I mean? For a goalkeeper, top bins.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? But yeah, man, let's hurry up and finish this up, man, so we can talk about Arsenal.
Oh yeah, Arsenal. Oh yeah, because we ain't spoken about them since what the
Yeah,
Wolves
man.
thing.
I'm tired of this talk already.
Yeah. We'll touch.
What's up, Jeff?
We'll
What's
touch on
going
what
on,
you
my
saying.
guys? Everyone good, yeah?
What are you saying,
In the
Jeff?
office.
What are you saying?
Yeah, I'm in the office, man.
Oh, you still in the
Oh,
office?
you didn't make it home?
Nah.
The man didn't let you home. Free Jeff. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
still
I
going,
think my
bro.
guy Jeff, man.
Free
Hit
Jeff.
it. Trust me.
Hey, nah, I rate it. But yeah, bro, like, listen, Jeff, we were just talking quickly about the Carabao Cup. Just talking about the Mendy thing, some stand-up performances. I don't know if there was anything in particular you wanted to add. We were just going to do some quick player ratings.
I was kind of like in and out of the game because I was out at the time. So I was watching it on my phone and then I was out. Like, so from what I saw, very entertaining game though. The standout performance, it's kind of been a standout since he joined, but Diaz has just been, he's a different kind of guy, man.
Yeah.
Like, he seems ready for the Prem already. Like, normally you give players new players time. Like, he's one of them where you think, all right, you got to worry about him right now, though. Like, he's that good.
Yeah.
So he was probably the standout for me from what I saw.
Yeah. No, I agree. You know what? Someone said to me yesterday, and I think I partially agree with it, that Diaz reminds them a bit of Alexis Sanchez, just in the sense that he's a complete dog. He chases everything, but he's very direct and he'll take on his man. The only thing I would say is that technically Sanchez was better. Sanchez had the passing within his locker as well that was very underrated. But I do see some similar traits between the two of them. And I think Sanchez similar to Diaz. When he joined the Prem, it didn't take him no time to settle. He settled in straight away.
The ground running.
Yeah, man. Obviously, and what killed me about Diaz as well is that he was doing the Jalil in the first half. Every pass was no look.
The flick where he flicked. I don't know who it was. Who was that?
Reece James. Reece James.
Oh my God. Flicked it around him and then no look past it. It's like, nah, come on, man.
Them-
You're not
do you
gonna
know what?
foul him, no? He's
You know what
gonna
it is?
violate like that.
Them no look passes, yeah. I'm telling you, I told the boys, man. I'm gonna tell the stream now. I've got 2-star skill moves. But them no look past giving me that 3-star. I just look fancy for some damn reason. I told everybody this. Hey, bro, John, did I not have a blinder on Sunday for some reason? Them no look past working midfield, bro.
They always work. I give a game.
I don't know why.
All I'm saying is that they must have improved, because back in the day, me and you would be next to each other and you would do a no-look pass to me. And I'd be like, what the hell? I'm here, fam. I'm just here. No one even attacking you, bro.
No, he still does
Just pass it to me.
No, he still does that. No, he still
I'm
does
trying to fool his own man, bro.
He still does that.
I still do that, fam.
What are you doing? I'm just here.
No, he
funny,
still does that. Hey, now, big up Jalil, man. He adds a little bit of eccentricity in that centre-back position, you know what I'm saying?
Hey,
That's what you need sometimes. But let me read out some of the comments before we do some very quick player ratings. Big up our guy Joysticks Girls in the building. Hope you're blessed, bro. Saying Thiago plays easy win.
my guy joysticks.
Definitely would have made a difference. Easy win, I'm not sure, but definitely would have made a big difference.
Yeah.
Lukaku started up top. When he came on, he had Matip on the ropes, which is why Klopp brought Konate on. Back to the drawing board and try and retain the Champions League. That's the aim. Matt said back to the drawing board, retain Champions League. Like it's nothing. Big up
It's a crazy
KD.
drawing board, bro.
Oh, trust me. Jalil Matip was man of the match for me. Can't lie, but Lukaku did start trouble. Good point. Okay, no. Okay. Beef between KD and Joysticks Girl.
That's why I got involved. That's why I got
Let the man
involved.
do it. You man do your thing. Big up Ted AD saying minus the miss. Havertz was excellent. What miss? Havertz didn't miss any chances.
Can't
The
remember
chances
missing.
were Pulisic and Mount.
Oh, that
Havertz
miss
did-
from Pulisic. Jesus.
Yeah,
That
it
was
wasn't
bad.
Havertz. Yeah, it wasn't
Havertz did
Havertz.
miss one. He did miss one, I think.
Did he miss a big one? If he
That's
did,
not a big chance, though. It wasn't a big
okay.
miss, though.
Luis Diaz has 5-star skill moves.
I don't know.
I don't know, because obviously people
Wait.
can get lost. People can get lost with the no looks.
Yeah, just wait.
Very good, but 5 stars is safe for very, very few people.
Yeah.
Chelsea are crap. They always lose in finals against Liverpool. I mean,
John. Oh, sorry, go on. Finish it. Sorry.
I don't know, but I'll leave it there. Go on.
Well, we kind of got to big up Chelsea in midfield. Only 2 man really playing in that midfield. Kante, what's that guy's name? I can't pronounce his name from
Kovacic.
Different.
What a player!
Different, man.
Yeah, Kovacic is fantastic, bro.
He was unknown, right? And then they bought him, right?
Yeah, from Madrid.
What a player, bro! Against a pressing Liverpool midfield. That's 3 against 2, bro. And he won all these battles, bro.
Yeah,
That's mad to me, man.
he's a fantastic player.
Serious baller.
He's a fantastic player. But you know what? Maybe because of time, let's do rather than player ratings. KD's saying Kante was awful, by the way. Kante was not good first half. I would agree with that. He was not good first half, but he improved as the game went on. He definitely got better, I thought.
Yeah.
But yeah, first half he wasn't Kante level for sure, but he definitely got better. Rather than player ratings, maybe let's just do a quick man of the match from yesterday. Man of the match and flop of the match. So Jalil, give me your man of the match and flop of the match.
Man of the match for me was difficult because a 0-0. I ain't looking at no strikers. None of them scored. I will look at the midfield and defenders though. But for me, Matip, man, held his own, man. He done well. I know that goal got ruled offside. You know, he put himself in a dangerous position. Then there's Thiago winning on balls, getting injured halfway, holding his ribs, and then there's Van Dijk. Didn't really do fuck all, to be honest, bro. And then there's Rudiger, and Rudiger was like a beast. Sorry, what's going on? Sorry, what happened?
Continue.
You know what I'm doing, innit?
Yeah.
Rudiger, fucking beast, bro. But for me, based on the amount of tax they had and based on the amount of work he had to do more work than any other defender on the pitch. For me, it's got to be Matip.
Okay, so you're going Matip.
For me, it's Matip, man.
Cool. Rash, who you going for man of the match?
Say Kovacic.
Yeah, I'm not mad with either of them, to be honest. Kovacic is a great shout too. Yeah, Kovac is a great shout. I might give it obviously because it's only I think it's his second start for Liverpool. I'll give it to him just on that basis for Luis Diaz because he was. I thought him and Mane were very active for them. He was Liverpool's best attacker. Obviously, Salah was up against Rudiger, so he struggled because Rudiger was on him, and obviously Rudiger's got the speed and power to match Salah. So then it kind of comes down to skill, and it gets a bit more difficult. Jeff, what were you saying?
Yeah, I didn't watch the whole game, but from what I saw, yeah, Diaz was causing havoc. Like he was running amok out there, man. Like even if he weren't running past people, he was just chasing people down, just making himself a nuisance, man. So well done to him.
No worries. Yeah, while listen, we've been bigging up Luis Diaz, bro. So don't worry, we put him the respect on his name. Hopefully, he can carry this on. And Joystick saying Naby Keita neutralized Kante, matched him. Yeah, to be fair, Naby Keita was good yesterday. He was good. I thought Henderson was quiet, but he has been quiet all season. But he's the captain.
He's been unlucky, man.
What's that?
Nah, Keita's been unlucky in this. Was his fifth year?
Yeah, his fifth year.
Jesus.
Yeah, he signed in 2018. 2018, I think he signed. 2018.
That's nuts.
So, yeah, he's been here for a minute now. But listen, people, smash the likes. Obviously, we're going to talk about Man United because they done the madness against Watford. 0-0 at home, which
straight away.
It's crazy. But I guess before we elaborate on Man United, obviously there was a game last Thursday which we never really spoke about. So Rash, I'll just give you the platform quickly before we talk about United, just to speak about Arsenal. Kenadi saying, to be fair, Keita should have got a red card. Potentially, that was a red card.
That was naughty.
That could have been. Before we talk about United, can we talk about number 19? You're talking about Pepe. Listen, you're both thinking the same thing. You're Rash. But yeah, Rash, man, talk to us about Arsenal quick before we talk about United, man. Fourth place. I said it a couple of weeks ago, Arsenal getting fourth. Jalil, I need to see what you're saying now, bro. Can't run away from it.
I'll let Rash talk and I'll go after, man.
All right, so first of all, I wanted to congratulate the boys because when we beat Wolves 2 weeks ago, yeah, everyone was saying, do you know what? It was a good win. You know, Wolves are a very difficult team to win against, and but it was kind of looked at kind of like, okay, this one we're probably not going to get the result, probably going to get a draw or maybe a loss against them, because Wolves are going to give us some sort of revenge for celebrating a little bit too much after the win against them. And also with just typical Arsenal, isn't it? You think, okay, you're going to have a good game, like a big game that puts us into contention to be in top 4 contenders. And then the following game, they get slapped up by a nobody. That's usually what happens to us, you know what I mean? But we had Wolves again, and we went behind very quickly, and I thought for big periods of the game, which we dominated big periods of the game, I mean, they didn't have Arsenal under pressure. They had that moment in the first half where they took it. It was very good. But Arsenal then had them pinned back for the whole entire game pretty much. And it was a kind of question of when rather than if Arsenal was going to score. But then when it got to about the 65th minute, 70th minute, even with all this pin back business that we was doing with them, I couldn't see where we was going to penetrate and score. Didn't know where it was going to come from. We had tried many different types of styles of attack. Didn't seem to work. The boys seemed to be misfiring as well. I mean, first off, I think they had like 6 shots and none of them were on target or something like that. It was just like, maybe today's just not going to be the day. But the boys just showed the spirit that they've been kind of showing us for a little while, but really since the departure of Aubameyang, that togetherness, that fight, that grit, that never say die kind of attitude, they showed it again, and they kept on plugging away. Whereas beforehand, you might have seen Wolves nick it, and I just think they played well defensively. They played really good as a unit. The midfielders was a good second backup for the defenders as well. There was never a time when the defenders didn't have the support of the defensive midfield players as well. I just think they were just a very organized team. They knew they had good intention. They knew exactly what they wanted to do. And with the substitutions that Arteta made, I mean, at first I was like, really, bro? But I could see what he wanted to do. He was going all out attack, which was good. It showed that he wasn't rolling over. Didn't matter that there was only like 20 minutes left of the game, 15 minutes left of the game. He still wanted to win it, you know. And by him bringing on Pepe, bringing on Eddie, it showed the kind of intent what he wanted Arsenal to do in the last 15, 20 minutes. For them to get that goal from Pepe coming on, everyone's like, okay, he's had a good African Cup of Nations. Just see what he can do when he came on the week before, a bit underwhelming, nothing special. But this week he came on and he was immediately into the action. You know, you were showing positive movement, attacking movement, switching sides. As soon as he came on, do you know what I mean? Recognizing that he could be a bit more deadly on the other side and just confusing the defense, which ultimately I think helped him contribution to the goal, because he went from this side to that side and then went back onto that side and freed up himself. And him and Eddie's movement, really the first goal was all Eddie. Eddie really had his brains on, and he was active from the moment he came onto the pitch. And I mean, not sad to see you go, but sad to see you go kind of thing. It's sad to see that you're kind of like doing what we need to do now, but it's good to see that you're still doing what we need you to do when you know you're out the door. Shows a little bit about his commitment and his thoughts on Arsenal Football Club. But then just to know that there's 5 minutes left because you're already into added time, and just to keep going because they could sense they was gonna get it, they was gonna nick it. And they used that last 7 minutes that they had of the game to make sure that they did get it. I celebrated when we scored that goal.
Yeah, that one.
I celebrated and I ran around the house and I was like, yeah, look up, look. You know what I'm trying to say? And it's good. And you know what? Rago, I remember watching the documentary and Alex Ferguson used to tell the Man United players to celebrate every goal. And all of you go and celebrate together. All of you. Yeah? So I'm not mad at Arsenal celebrating a clutch win against Wolves, which has helped us be in real contentions of finishing top 4. You know, because, well, Spurs are moving funny. United are moving United-ish. You know what I mean? Arsenal are being quietly consistent. I'm happy with what I'm seeing. Well done to the boys. Well done for Arteta. And you know what? After the game, for the first time, Mandem was crowding Arteta's car, singing Arteta's name, and he's finally earned it for me. Well done, boy.
Yeah, you know what? I think, to be fair, after the game against Wolves, I don't think anyone actually complained about the celebrations, because I think with that game it could be understood because Tottenham had just lost, I think, to Burnley the night before, so there was a feeling of if Arsenal don't win today, it's classic messing up when you need to pick up 3 points. So the way Arsenal came back and won, you're not going to play it fantastic every game, but sometimes you just have to get the win, and that's what that game was. So for the way the players celebrated, I actually thought, that's totally fair. That was a huge win. I can't deny it. That win for me, it doesn't seal top 4, but Arsenal have to choke it away now because obviously we see what United are doing. Like, they're struggling against everyone. They got a pensioner up front, like Tottenham. They got Conte. One day he wants to quit, the next day everything's going fine. So I think the 2 key games for Arsenal are Spurs away, United at home. Them 2 are the key ones. Get 4 points from them, and unless Arsenal choke, they should get it. But you know, what do you think? Obviously, I'll come to Jeff afterwards, because Jeff, David was looking for you when Pepe scored. You know.
I'm sure he was.
He was looking for you. He was looking for you next time. Okay, on.
Yeah, man. I think Rash summed it up really well, man. I don't know if I've got anything that I'm against in what he said. Yeah, I was with David on Sunday playing football. To be fair, David, you should have brought David on the shot today. But he did say because we, before we played football, we did have a discussion about Pepe and about the show we did, and he said I'm happy that you guys done that show and then he did that. I said, to be fair, these men might not change their mind, you know, just off that one performance.
We ain't. Not after one game. David knows us better than that.
But he knows that. He was just happy. He was just happy that, you know, you guys said what you said and then kind of proved you wrong. But, you know, if you're proved wrong, you're proved wrong. If you're not, you're not. It doesn't matter. But yeah,
no,
man.
it's funny. Jalil, just to interrupt you
Yeah.
quickly, a couple wingers after we judged them actually had some good games afterwards.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, carry on.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact. Yeah, I clocked onto that as well. Funny enough. But yeah, man. Anything Rash said, man. I can't come out. Yeah, man. It was good. Look. I know Rash said that's the first time he celebrated. I know John saying that I'll celebrate. You see me, I celebrate every single time Arsenal win, man. You know, if it was, I know it's not a trophy, but it's competitive. It's Community Shield. I'm celebrating. If we were beating Burnley 1-0 last minute, when we should have beaten them 5-0, I'm celebrating. You know what I'm saying? I'm always celebrating, man. When we beat Spurs, I'm celebrating. But I get it, because I get it. But for me, I'm always celebrating. And yeah, I have to say it with you. I flipped out, man. I went nuts, man. Coming back from football means I had football. I flipped out, man. I started going nuts, bro. I started saying, yeah, because I can't remember the last time I see a fight like that, to be fair. I've seen a fight for a draw. Obviously, it was against Palace, and Laka got the last goals. Seems to come in clutch nowadays, which is really good. But yeah, man, I don't know, man. I've got nothing more to say after what Rash said, man. It was good, man. Arteta's finally getting the praise he deserves, but I feel like, you know, 2 or 3 losses, people will go back. Not people here, but people who are bigging them up now, singing outside his car. They all go back to saying, "Get him the fuck out of the club. Let's get some money and get an actual manager." And you know, stuff like that happens. You know, our fans are just they're like that. To be fair, man. But yeah, man. Let's wait to the end of the season before we give him the full praise he deserves. If he does get there, I said top 6. I know the question was, do I see top 4 now? Yes, I do see top 4 now. I'm not naive to be like, oh yeah, let me save my arse here. Let me keep saying 5 or 6. For me, 5 and 6 are cemented now. We are getting some sort of Europe. I'm just saying that in terms of how we're playing. If we lose 3 games here, we win 3 games here. For me, I can see it's kind of cemented up to do a bit of math. Top 4 is kind of mad, seeing the way United's playing in that, and I expected United to get it. But now I'm saying Arsenal potentially can get it in terms of how we've been playing. And when you're saying a fight like that, why the fuck not? But I will say this: if we don't get it, it won't be because of United. It will be because of Spurs. And I'll say that. That's what I think personally.
That's fair enough. And obviously, 8 people in the building. Big up everyone for the support. Smash the likes as always. We appreciate it. I think one of the things I like that you said there is that you made a prediction at the start of the season, but you're not afraid to change that based off the events. End of the day, I think if Arsenal don't get top 4, and let's say we finish like 6th, we can't, even me, who I still don't really rate Arteta highly, I can't say that he should be sacked because no one said he should do more than that at the start of the season. So we can't change our opinions based off that. However, 2 things can be true and say, I think we can all sit here and say that if Arsenal don't get 4th now, we'll all be disappointed. I can't lie. This is a huge opportunity there for the taking for us to get it. And I think it's almost earlier than we all thought. So if Arsenal did get it this year, I think it could be huge in terms of stabilizing.
Oh, bro, massive. Can you imagine hearing those Champions League flipping tunes blaring out at the Emirates again, bro? Like, come on,
just don't give us Bayern Munich in the group stages, and I'm calm, bro.
I'll be happy to get anyone in a group stage, bro. Let's just get us back in Champions League, bro. I'll be happy to be playing those teams again. Can you imagine? Oy.
I mean, just off what you said, just going back, I did predict us to get 5th. 5th, 6th. I said 6th, right? No, I said 6th because of the way we're building. I said 5th. So if we get 4th, you smash my expectations because I was not expecting it. And what you said now is kind of true. You said right now, if we don't get 4th, it will be kind of disappointing. So we get 5th, even though that's bigger than what I said.
Feeling.
Exactly. Even though I predicted 6th at the beginning of the season, I've now established and seen a team that can actually do it and potentially get 4th if things go right. If we don't get it, I will be disappointed. I'm not going to lie to you. Even though I said 6th. Now that we're 4th is on the cards, that's what it is.
Yeah. And I guess, obviously, before I come to Jeff, I know Rash has got a cut in 2 minutes. So, yeah, I mean, Rash, I guess You know, it was about a year ago today that Jalil said it was a 3 to 5 year plan. So was Jalil right after all?
I wouldn't say Jalil was right. I
No,
think
you
he
can
was.
say
I think he was optimistic. I think he was optimistic because we was hoping that it would work over a 3 to 5 year plan. We were saying maybe that's a bit too long because of the dire situation that Arsenal was in. Yeah, we needed to see some quick turnaround results, but it wasn't. It wasn't fashioned that way. It just wasn't meant to be. And sometimes things have to take their time. And obviously, Arteta and his backroom staff, they knew the gravity and the depth of change that needed to happen within the club. They needed to change the culture first of all, and then they need to change the relationship between fan base and club, and then get on as well, making the club being competitive as well in the transfer market and in the league. So when you look at it from that point of view, yeah, it was a 3 to 5 year job because that's a lot to do. They're big changes. They're not small things. But even myself, I was a bit instant gratificationist, and I needed that because Arsenal had been so bad for so long, you know.
Yeah.
Um, but with time comes change, comes chemistry, comes what we have today. It seems like the team are finally singing off of the same hymn sheet. I'm not saying that people like Aubameyang was uh corrupting the atmosphere at Arsenal by any means, because I know he loved the club and I know the club loved him and the fans and so forth like that, and he had a really good relationship with the youngsters. But sometimes I think if you've got someone who every now and again breaks the rules and it's just kind of come on, yeah, come on. I've seen it happen at work. Guy's cool with managers. He's cool with everyone. Takes a
Yeah.
little bit of time to come in every day. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
After a while, the cloth turns a bit wet from rinsing your hands every day. Do you know what I'm
it's
trying to say?
poison.
So
Rash.
yeah.
Touch on that. The work situation. If you've got
Mm.
someone who's quite a senior, see him strolling through, everyone's like, cool. Would they not think, hold on, managers will let him off? Let me do the same thing. It's poison,
And
bro. I'm just
and
saying,
there
it's
you
poison.
go. And that's what it is. It might have not have been an every day or every week occurrence, but it's occurrences that is happening from the capo, the example to the youngsters, and they're watching. These guys are impressionable at the moment at the club because they're trying to soak in as much information about the culture of the club, what they stand for, and so forth like that. So everything they see, they're absorbing. What? Aubameyang knows how to sweet talk the manager. Maybe I'll do it that way next time. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, little things like that. Yeah,
It could be little things, tiny
yeah.
things that are just ruining the
The
progression of
chemistry,
the
the
club and the
vibe.
culture. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So certain things had to be done, but I just think since Aubameyang's gone, and I don't think this is to do with him as a player, but since he has gone, Arsenal have shown something different. They've shown that they understand the assignment that Arteta's put on the board because they're all doing the same thing. So they must all understand. And they put themselves in a very good position to finish top four. Yes, it would be a disappointment if they don't get it, but it's a disappointment based on what could be, not on what I was expecting from them. Do you
Yes.
understand?
Exactly.
So them finishing in and around there anyway, I'm like, well done to Arsenal if it finishes like this. It's still about 13 games to go, so we can't get excited at the moment. Things can just turn on their head. But they're putting themselves in positions to ask questions, and that's all you can ask for, isn't it?
Yep. Exactly. Yep. Exactly that. Exactly that. And very well said. I know Rash has got a bounce now.
Yep.
So
And
Wednesday, my guy, we get a
mm,
cracking the base show.
yes. So I'll see you guys there. And I'm just saying the public is lucky today because the final thought would have been a final thought.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll
with
leave
what's
that for
going on today.
Wednesday.
But we
Leave
save it. We will
we'll
save
save it
it.
for
By
Wednesday.
Wednesday, there'll be more to talk about on Wednesday. It's not going
Yeah.
to be in the way that you lot think it's going to be as well. So anyway,
Yeah.
smash the like buttons. Man them. Have a good one. Take care.
Yes.
Peace.
My
Love Rash.
boy, in the
Salam.
peace, bro.
Yes, as Rash said, 8 people in the building still. Big up every single one of you. Smash the likes, get them likes up. We better be on over 10. If not, I'll be disappointed, but we get it cracking regardless. Jeff, didn't get a chance to come to you yet, Arsenal, my bro. Like, obviously, Pepe did his thing, came on, made a big impact. Obviously, YO is saying that Arsenal fans shouldn't get carried away. We've made progress, but not as much as you think. The difference is other teams are falling off a cliff. don't get me wrong, there's definitely an element of that. Teams around us have dropped off massively. Arsenal, I wouldn't say on great side, but they've been fairly consistent recently. Hey, and Ted D says, Jeff, we've been waiting for you. So
No,
hey,
you've been waiting.
You know what I'm saying? The Pep
a few of them still. I can't lie. There's a few of them. There's a few of them that's been waiting for you.
There's a few Pepe fans have been looking for you, Jeff.
There's a few Pepe fans been waiting for you still.
You know what I'm saying?
I've got no problem with them waiting. They can wait as long as they like.
Go on, man. Hey, respond. Obviously, people are saying, go on, man. Pepe, talk to me, Pepe.
Yeah. Oh, so you want Pepe, yeah? Okay.
Yeah,
so...
Pepe and then Arsenal, yeah.
No, Pepe came on and changed the game. I'll say that. I ain't no hater. Like, he came on and he did bits. If you're asking me, does 25 minutes change an opinion which I built over 2.5 years? You'd be crazy to think that. So no. But that's a very good indicative sign. If he can continue this, great. The problem is, like, what I've also always said with Pepe is he's got ability. That's a given. He's got ability, but mentality and consistency is the problem. So we come back from AFCON. There's been all this talk about that he looked good at AFCON. All right, you came on and you did wonders. Like, you changed the entire game. Like, you did bits. Can you kick it on and put a run of games together in a critical period? Because he normally comes alive towards the end of the season, but we're normally not playing for much. So now that we're actually playing for something, can you put into a run of games? Can you maybe knock on the wingers who have those positions right now, the Smith Rowes or whoever's playing wide, Smith Rowes, the Sakas, Martinellis? Can you trouble them, give the manager a good headache, and make yourself available for the final 12 games of the season? Because it's going to be a tough game, a tough 12 games. Like Arsenal, like, we're in a good position, but I'm not. Should he start the next game? Who started this one? Was it Martinelli?
Saka Martinelli.
I think, I'm not gonna lie, I think he earned it. Martinelli in that last game struggled a little bit. He's gonna have those moments. Like, there's one game where he looks like, whoa, like that's the breakthrough, and there's another game where you're like, all right, he's not quite there yet. So that's just how it's gonna be for a little bit. He's still very, very young, man, so it's gonna take some time. But Pepe earned that start. Like, you came on and you changed the game. Why do you not? You have to start the next game, really. You earned it, so I think he should start the next game. That might tell us whether that was just 25 minutes of, I felt it that game, or 90 minutes, or however long you play the next game, like, I'm really here to play. That's a better indication.
Yeah.
Super sub?
Go on, Jack. Go on, Jado. Sorry.
I was going to say super sub. I mean, nothing wrong with a super sub. Emil Smith-Rowe was happy to do it. I mean, if Pepe can bring that on for the last 20 things are not going well, we keep the same formula as we've been playing. Or Jeff, do you see it? Martinelli now needs to pick up form. Now he needs to be the guy that comes in the last 20 and changes the game and give Pepe.
I don't think it's that. Like, because Martinelli's not off form. It's just you didn't have the best of games. Like, no one's off form, like, in that team at the moment. It's just a good problem. Saka had a horrid month. Really?
I don't think Saka had a horrid month. I actually thought he played well against Brentford just the other week.
I think he played. I got the total opposite opinion. I think Saka's been playing really well.
Same.
I think he's been playing well. He's had a couple of poor performances, but overall, I think he's been decent, to be fair.
Yeah, like, the thing with, like, Saka, again, a young player, so there's times where he still makes the wrong decisions, I think. But in terms of, like, an outlet, a consistent outlet for Arsenal, like, going forward, him and Odegaard, like, really seem to be the two guys. Like, Odegaard, to me, probably been one of our best players this season. Like, especially in the last 10 games. Like, he's turned it up a notch. Like, when it was him and Smith Rowe fighting for that cam position, I think that's over with. Like, Smith Rowe is going to have to fight for the wide position, because Odegaard is not just on the ball, it's the press too. Like, when Lacazette gets tired, like, we'll get to Lacazette, but like when Lacazette gets tired, then Odegaard will go take over and go do that press. But yeah, with like so Pepe, yeah, tear that D. He was out. He was really, really good. He deserves to start that next game for sure. No doubt about it. Lacazette. All right, Lacazette's. He didn't even score the last goal. It was Jose Sarr, right? So, but he was frustrating that game. I don't know about anyone else.
No, he was.
Very frustrating. He was doing weird. Like he would shoot when he should pass, and he'll pass when he should shoot.
Yeah.
It's just that. All right. Well, I know we won the game, but in the back of my mind, I'm a realist. So those kind of things where you're not converting and you're also not getting in the box. Like there's a lot of times where maybe that's why Martinelli didn't look as good as well, because a lot of times he might get ahead of play. He might go down the line, get a cross in, and then it just gets cleared because there's no intervention from a striker. So them kind of games is just a reminder that we need a striker. And whilst I'm happy we're in pole position maybe for fourth because we got 2-3 games in hand on the other teams.
Yeah,
that's great. Oh, 1 second. Is that light gone off? Forget it. You can still see me. But so Lacazette. I don't know, man. It was a really frustrating game. Like you played a part in that game. Yeah, you had the critical moment, I guess. But at the same time, it's just a reminder that we need a forward, and we're gonna have moments in other games where that's gonna become apparent. So whilst we're in pole position for a fourth, I'm still a realist. There's still a lot of points on the table. We still got games in hand that we either got to win or get a point out of it. So I'm happy that we're playing well, and kind of like what we've been saying, that the Arteta's plan is coming to fruition. But there's still that thing in the back of your mind where you're just like, okay, we're not totally there yet. The signs look good, the team together, but forward, that striker position, I don't know, man. I'm not the most happy with Lacazette. I know like people might say he's coming up clutch. To me, no. It's 3 goals.
Yeah, no. I don't. Yeah, I think you're right. I think, to be honest, I think we all have to accept that we need an upgrade on the striker. I think what Lacazette's doing at the moment is he's contributing well to the team's general play, but in terms of like actually being a threat himself, he's not doing it enough, and we need someone that can do both. So I think that's one thing he does need to do. But big up Olders in the building, saying Pepe gang up in this. Big up Olders in the building, our guy. Teradi saying play Saka ahead of Tierney at left back and we're good to go. Yeah, a lot of Arsenal fans still think this.
They still think Saka should play left back.
Yeah. But listen, that's another debate for another day. I don't think that's the most immediate thing. I think striker and another centre mid, get those 2 things intact. But we're going to see with the running, because obviously Arsenal have a lot of young players. And whilst this is not a title race, there's still going to be a lot of pressure. We can't take any game for granted. We've got a tough running. We've got United at home, Spurs away, Liverpool at home, Chelsea away. I think we've got Aston Villa away, Palace away. So these are tough games. And you know what I'm saying? So we can't take them for granted. But it'll be interesting to see where Arsenal finish. I guess just bouncing off Arsenal, just wanted to talk quickly about Man United. And their horrible draw at home to Watford. Like Jalil, man, like some crazy chances missed from Ronaldo, Bruno Fernandes especially. Like, bro, do you think United can actually get 4-4? Or are they almost? Because they got Man City in their way next, and bro, they still got to go Anfield too. They got to come to us. United done top 4-wise. Spurs.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, that's the only reason. I tell you now, if they beat Watford and we won our game, I still would have said United would have got it. But just ain't seen it anymore, man. I don't know. We were speaking about this, John, just before when we was warming up for football on Sunday, when I was like, certain players don't play like how they used to play anymore. And you can't expect, to demand balls that, 12 years ago you used to kill. Do you get what I'm saying? And that's when I was speaking about Ronaldo and that. Do you know what I mean? So, Yeah, man, he's straight firing. I know we shouldn't really be speaking about him, but Greenwood was a good touch in terms of that attacking force, and now he's gone. Small, young boy, but big boots to fill. We thought Lingard will come in and fulfill that. Ain't really there, chief. Yeah, man, it's Bruno moaning every single 5 minutes. I've never seen someone run up to the ref and moan. I mean, these players for like he moans so much. I'm starting to see Ronaldo moan. And do you know if anyone has the audacity to moan, it's Ronaldo, bro. Bruno moans way too much, bro. And I'm not even a United fan, and I'm watching the game trying to enjoy it. And this guy's like running up to the ref, and I'm like, bruv, if he was on my team, bro, I'll start attacking you myself. This guy, he's just mad annoying, but still a quality player. But he just needs to uplift everyone. Pogba as well. Pogba needs to be doing better as well, man. He's not getting. I think he got 65 minutes on that day as well.
I think he got 90 against Watford still.
I got 90 minutes. I must be Champions League.
Champions League, he got 65 against Central, yeah.
Just ain't working, man. And then they got Atletico again and that. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not like you ain't, lost a William, lost a Donny van der Beek to Everton. You still got Maguire. If anything, if I was a Man United player in training, I would be taking out Maguire, busting his kneecap so he don't play for the next couple. Do you get what I'm saying? Because we need the point. We need the point. Yeah, man. It's just not working, man. It's just not working. I will say this though, and I'll stand by this. Out of the three we spoke about, Liverpool, City, and Spurs, they got coming up. Forget Atletico and Madrid because that's Champions League. If they beat two and then lose, if they beat City for some reason and beat Spurs and lose to Liverpool, I say they're back in it, bro.
Yeah, if they do that, I think they're back in it. Yeah.
Do we see it happening? Let's be real. Nah. Not with the way they're playing. Like, look at there's new Spurs out here. Liverpool are just Liverpool, and City would just rip you a new one. Even though City should have won, but I'm pretty sure we'll touch on that VAR situation later. But other than that, maybe just drop Ronaldo, man. Maybe just drop Ronaldo, man. I'll say that. Yeah, Cavani out.
Cavani he's just taking the piss. He's just taking holidays, bro.
I think he has every right to, man. If Ronaldo comes and takes your number and your spot, he's thinking this club don't rate me. I said
that's what they did to Martial. He was number 9, and Ibrahimovic came and slapped that number 9 straight off him without even asking. At least Cavani slapped it off Martial.
You know how important numbers is to football players. We know how number. When someone says, "Go," you go into the meeting room with all the guys and say, "Listen, we've got to take a number and give someone else." But you can have 18, 32, 79. You can have any one of these numbers, but you can't have the number 9. You can't have the number 7. That hurts a man's feeling. I'll be honest with you, and that's probably what's done. But yeah, that's me, man. I'll wrap it up there, man.
Yeah, man. No, very well said. I think, Jeff, like, you're Rash in the building saying smash them likes, people. And Hassan in the building saying, I agree with Rash. Big up Hassan. Hope you're good. Yeah, man. I mean, boy, United, bro. Like, Bruno Fernandes missing chances like crazy. Ronaldo missing chances. Pogba not at his best against Watford. I don't know, man. What is it that's just not clicking? Are United's players just overrated?
I can't say they're overrated. Personally, I think they are who they are, but sometimes things just don't click, man. Like, they created a hella chances against Watford. They just missed hella gilt-edged chances. Like, Bruno is normally, that's one of his things. Like, he's good in front of goal for an attacking midfielder. It's not clicking right now. He's missing gilt-edged ones, like sitters, like inexplicable ones where he's angry at why he doesn't understand why he's missing it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just go through them patches as a player, man. Like, it's not going your way. Like, the moaning thing, he's always moaned, even when he's just that kind of guy. Like, he could score a hat-trick, get a little tackle, and he's gonna roll on the floor and moan. That's just his style. So I don't really look too much into it. It's just because they're losing now or not doing so well, which is where that's probably more highlighted. But that's just him. Like, the Ronaldo thing, I don't know what you expect when you play a 37-year-old every minute, every game. Like, senseless. Like, that, I don't blame him. I blame them.
Yeah,
it's your fault. Like, what? Like, I understand that he's the marquee signing. You bought him to do or to score hella goals. Also, he's 37. Like,
Yeah.
it just doesn't make sense. Why is he playing 90 minutes or 100 and whatever minutes to get in the middles, bro? Like, it's just stupid shit going on. So his misses, like, there's no explanation for that. You're just missing chances. That you're one of the best to ever do it, and you shouldn't be missing this much. But in terms of like general play and like how, I think the criticism to a degree is kind of unfair to me because I'm not the biggest fan of Ronaldo, but I say this often, like he's been the same guy like for a number of years now. This is the same Ronaldo at Juve. There ain't no difference. It's just that the balls were going in more often. But this is the same Ronaldo. Like if you don't create a plethora of chances, and on top of that, you don't pick when he should play. Like at Juve, he was almost the driving factor on when he should play. You might have a Serie A game, and it might not be that important. Put me on the bench for this one, bro. Yeah, the game in the week is the more important one for me and for you. So I think Man United just have to show more tact for one. Like I know Rashford is off form. Like when I don't know what he was doing when that ball came in and he just let it go. Like
that was mad.
As a man in a rut, like I think a few of their best players are just in a rut. Like you're looking to Elanga, and no disrespect to Elanga, but he's decent. Don't get me wrong, he's not a bad youngster, but he's not amazing. Like he's playing because I guess his energy is good, and he's just doing something that they're not doing currently.
Yeah.
So it's just that their top players just aren't pulling up basically. Like Pogba, hey man, I've been saying it for a while, man. Pogba should be considered a flop. Ability aside, this is his 6th season.
Yeah.
6th.
Yep. 6. Could be 7th. Wow, I think it's 6.
Man, if that's 7, that's now. When was Champions League finals 15? He left there
21
straight after.
6 seasons. Yeah.
Yeah. So to me, Pogba. I've been thinking this for a long time, man. Like he has all the ability in the world. When it comes to ability, he might be one of the most gifted footballers we've ever seen. 100%. Like he can do everything. But it's one of those players where he just doesn't seem that bothered. It's not ability, it's mental. Like it's ability aside. So he's just happy, little flicks, little round the corners, but he doesn't even really want to influence the game. So him, I'm gonna leave him to the side. But yeah, just their top players aren't showing up, man.
Yeah, I think the thing with Pogba is I don't even think it's about wanting to do it. I think the thing with Pogba is that he has all the talent, but he does have a few fundamental weaknesses that for someone in his position you can't really have. And one of them is his awareness of what's around him for top midfielders very poor. Like you know what I'm saying? Like he gets
I disagree, you know.
Too much he should do.
I think it's he's got that machismo thing. Like you see where you see it, like he can see it. Like his awareness is fine because he sees it.
Worse.
It's just
even worse.
That's what I mean, because like there's times where he's in the middle of the pitch and then you see him try to do the strength thing and like hold off 3 men, like because you're strong, and it's like, bro, you could have moved this ball on a minute ago. You're just holding on to this. So he just does a lot of things where it's immature for where you're playing. Like I know people should say, people will say, oh, like I know that's not really his position. Honestly, what's his best position? You hear from the left.
This is the thing. This is the thing that has to be asked. I think he's part of like a midfield 3, but then you've got to really ask yourself, the other 2 person in that 3, what are they doing? Because they have to do something that allows him. Pogba will never be someone who controls a game. That's not him. He's not. He can't do it. He's not. He can't control a game. Controlling a game is a very, very underrated art, which very, very few people can do. Thiago can do it.
He's one of the best at it.
Yeah. Modric can do it. But even then, Toni Kroos and Thiago, these man Pirlo's, Xavi, they are recyclers of the ball. You will hardly. How many times do you see Thiago, Toni Kroos get dispossessed?
No, and you know what? It all comes down to discipline because they have the discipline to keep playing the way they're taught to be playing. Like Thiago at Liverpool is just popping it. You don't care about nothing else. It's pop, get it back, pop, get it back, pop, get it back. Then when the opportunity comes, he's got the ability to then find that pass. Pogba, he's not pop, pop, pop. It's all right. I see a highlight reel moment, and now I'll pop it. All right. Yeah. No, I see a moment for myself. It's kind of selfish play. Like you're not really willing to be part of the team. You're a kind of individual in a team.
Pogba's an icing on the cake.
Pogba
is an icing on the cake. He can get the ball, do a lovely little pass, do some lovely combinations, do a skill. So he's not a selfish player in terms of he will set up other man, but he loves too much doing the entertainment stuff to be someone who you rely on. So he's the icing on the cake. That's why for France it works so well because he's got so much around him that he can just be that guy. You just add him there, that little bit of stardust that you need sometimes. That's Pogba. He's that little bit of
bring it home.
But in a team where you need someone to lift you up, Pogba's probably not going to do that, unfortunately. Yeah, I know United have not helped him because they've put him with players like Fellaini, Pereira, Lingard, Fred, McTominay. I mean, we're talking about some serious trash, but he still needed to have done more, to be honest.
And Fernandes has got to pull his finger out too. Like, whilst I rate him as a player, his thing is we say it like. You've never liked him, and I've never liked him. I can't stand him. His thing is stats. He's built that. Stats. He's built that. Like where it's just stats. Like there's goals. There's whatever stats they pull out at the time. Like so when you're not doing it now, like now it's more highlighted because you're the stat guy. Like you're never the guy you're not gonna have 95% pass completion because that's not your thing. The same way we just said Thiago is dictating the game, Bruno's is about big moments. And you might try 25 high-risk things. They might come off twice, but then there might be two of the best things you'll see in the game. That's him. So when you're not doing it, it looks crazy because your thing is stats. So he's got to get back to stats or he's got to edit his game. That's kind of the reason why he hasn't looked so good this season because he's kind of had to not play second fiddle, but Ronaldo is the main man, regardless of what you feel about him. Ronaldo is that he's earned that. It's 18 years of 19 years of at the top. So you gotta play second fiddle. And when you can't and you can't always score the goals you want to score, it looks like this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, very, very well said. And it's peak for United. We've got Manchester Derby next weekend. That should be a lot of fun. And so getting on to Manchester, the other side, looking at Man City, they managed to scrape a 1-0 win, forward and grabbing that 84th or 85th minute winner. It looks like they were going to get the W, which would have been deserved because they played better than Everton, even if it was a good contest. However, elephant in the room, that Rodri handball, no handball. Jalil, man, people were accusing the ref of having been paid by Man City's billionaire owners. Where you at with it, man? Was it a penalty or not?
I mean, if I feel cheated for the referees not getting a check out of that game because that was ridiculous. Let's be real, man.
I hope you made some peas.
I hope so, something because you're gonna accuse it like that was diabolical. But I'll say this: when pundits, when football players, when you're at football in group chats, if everybody's saying it other than the ref, something's wrong, bro. Yeah. Something is wrong here because Everton deserved that. I know it bounced, but you got to look at it. I'm not gonna lie. I get caught for it all the time. My arms are a bit loose. Well, I couldn't control it. I tried to just quickly do it with my shoulder, miss my shoulder, hit my hand. I've seen them given. I've seen accidental handballs given. Yeah. You look back into the Spurs one. Geezer's hand was away from his face. You know what I'm saying? I've seen like stupid ones given, like ones I don't even think that was a penalty. The Spurs one, I said that wasn't a penalty. and I stand by that. But I've seen that given. What's going on here? Do you know what I'm saying? Other than that, man, Everton played well under Lampard. That was good to see them attacking. Donny got a couple minutes, which was good. Ali only got a bit. Wonder what's going on there. Donny looks good, man. Hey, Jeff, you did say it, man. I questioned it. I questioned it and I said, "Bro, managers are not playing you, bro. It must be you. It must be you." But
yeah, if you're fair to question it, to be honest, because it wasn't just one.
Yeah, I had to question it. There's a few managers, but he looked the part, man. He looked right next to the Brazilian Allen, right? Yeah,
Allen was fantastic.
Yeah, for them two in the middle is kind of what you like to see in terms of football. Do I think they're getting relegated? Everton, no, man. They've got too many good players, man. Even a Wolves chasing down balls and stuff, and like when I'm seeing that, like, and he's beating man and stuff, I'm like, we still made money off you, bro. It's still a bargain. You know what I'm saying? He's doing well. He's doing well, man. So the defense played really well defending against them, but let's be real, man. A team like City will got your neck until the whistle blows, man. You can't leave Foden unmarked. If you flop and don't clear it, he will pounce upon you. And people were saying, "Oh, you're gassing up Foden. Foden's getting gassed. It was only a tapping." Yes, it was a tapping. But you know how much of an effort you had to do to beat your man and get in there? Off the ball, there's still a lot of work to do, man. You can't just talk about tapping and stuff. You still have to finish it. Yeah, I know it's a follow. You got to be there, man. You got to burst into the box. You got to beat a man. You got to get there, man. And for me, he played really well throughout the game. And the way he celebrated, Bobby, he should celebrate like that, man. It's one step closer to the Premier League, which is what they need to do. And City sees that game. When's the last time you see City flop it and see that game winning, especially at that time? You need 90 minutes to beat City, but last 5 minutes, what was it? 4 minutes? 4 minutes left of the game.
Yeah.
Forget about it. But yeah, man, it's good for City. They can only kick on from there. They got United. They must be laughing at the moment. I think all the players are begging. Can I play on Harry Maguire's side, please, Pep, please, boss, please, Gaffer, come on, let me have it. Look how many times you put me on the other side. Let me have it. Put Morris against that man. Let me get it. I can get a hat trick this game. They're all fighting for this, but it is what it is, man. Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to that game. But yeah, well done to City, man, getting it. But yeah, that was diabolical, that penalty decision. But it is what it is. You move on, we forget about it, we move.
Yeah. No, obviously, yeah. Jeff, obviously, 6 people still in the building. Smash the likes. Big up every single one of you. Yeah, Jeff, I guess anything to add on that? Obviously, I think everyone's in agreement about the VAR decision being pretty shambolic. But yeah, I guess any thoughts on City? Felt like a big win for them.
Yeah. It was definitely a big win. I don't think they were completely at the races. They were a little bit off. They had the ball a lot, but they weren't penetrating with anything. They weren't doing much with it. They were just Michael Keane. Yeah, if I'm Lampard, I'm angry. You didn't move your feet. What's going on? Yeah, because you move your feet. That's an easy enough clearance. But easy. You're there dilly-dallying about, and look what you did. Yeah, and they can't even afford that. Everton can't afford that right now. They're in a weird fight that they need to get out of. Every point counts. But yeah, City, yeah, it's good. This is what they do, man. And even if the chips don't really fall where they need them to, they somehow get the win. I will say I don't think that United game is going to be easy though.
Nah,
at all. I know United are the laughing stock, and it's they're easy to laugh at right now. You got a bunch of fools. Your captain's on your bench. There's just bare stuff going on. But derby game is derby game, and if I'm not mistaken, United have done them before in their backyard.
Last two times at the Etihad. Yeah.
I remember a 2-1 and maybe a 3-2. I might be wrong, but.
Yeah, 2-0 and a 2-1, I think.
Oh yeah, maybe it's that. But yeah, United still have the players to do damage, regardless. So it's still gonna be an interesting game. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure how it's gonna go because City destroyed them earlier this season. It might have been just as bad as the Liverpool one.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. That game, I don't think they'll be sleeping on it. Yeah, they might want to play on Harry Maguire's side though, for sure. Because Jesus, He's having a bad time.
I thought you were going to leave Harry Maguire alone today. He didn't even play the weekend.
No, that even says how bad you're the club captain. You're on the bench.
Yeah, it's true. It's bad.
You know why it looks bad? Because the one game Phil Jones played there, it's Phil Jones maybe should play over you for now because you're having a torrid time back there.
Yeah,
you're getting burnt. You're not as good on the ball as we thought you were, or
no.
Like everyone was, oh, he's really good on. No, he's not.
No, he's not. Nah. He's fucking bang average on the ball, to be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, Manchester Derby, that should be entertaining for sure. But yeah, man, obviously, we're gonna wrap it up here. But before we wrap it up, we'll just do our star man of the weekend and our flop of the weekend. And obviously, as I give Jalil and Rash time to do, and Jeff time to do that, star man and flop and fraud of the weekend. Just want to give a big shout out to Bielsa. I know he's been sacked by Leeds, but he did a good job there. Obviously, recently they've been getting spanked by everybody.
He's a fraud, man. He's a fraud
by literally everyone. But he did a fantastic job at Leeds. We can't forget that. So big up Bielsa. We're gonna miss his man marking, no defending, thrill football. Yeah, man. Big up Bielsa. Crazy. He had Spurs looking like Barca.
I can't lie. He's still one of the best coaches around. I'm not gonna lie, but he just needs a better team.
He's still a great, good coach. I can't lie. He's still a good coach.
It's just mad. Like your system here, because of the team you're playing with. If your three main players are injured, bro, edit the system. Just edit it.
No, man.
Oh man, that's
funny. Yeah, Jalil, star man of the weekend, fraud of the weekend.
I mean, you would give star man to Ralph for leaving Harry on the bench, but you can't do that because
you know that guy.
Even though Harry didn't play, he gets the fraud of the weekend.
This is personal. This is your personal.
He's earned this every week.
That's
bad. Give me your actual star man of the weekend for the weekend, please.
Okay, cool. I had a few. So this is gonna be difficult, man. I mean, I'm gonna give my star man to Pepe.
Okay.
Can I count? I know it's a Thursday.
I'll allow you.
We didn't really play this weekend, so I kind of, you know what I mean. So I'm gonna give it to Pepe just because he came on and much needed win. Give it to him. Flop.
Two contenders, obviously Leeds.
I'm gonna give it to the manager, Leeds manager, man. Personally, we've had this debate before. When you guys were bigging them up. I remember we did something last season, and you guys were bigging up. I didn't really see it, and I'll be honest, I still haven't seen it. Unfortunately, from him. And I remember John was getting on to me like, name 5 managers better than him, and I said, you name me 5 managers better than my man Mikel.
Oh yes. 5 managers.
Yeah. 5 managers. You said right now at the time, and I said I think I named Mikel, and then you flipped out on me, which is fair enough because you don't believe in the guy. But he also for me hasn't really been doing much, man. You know, for me, so I would have sacked him a while ago, personally. Because I said Pepe, my guy, love, because I said Pepe, but I would have sacked him a while ago. But I have to go with him, man, because there's too many losses in a row, and it can only take so much until you have to call him out. I'm gonna call him out and say he's a flop for me, unfortunately.
Okay. Jeff, what are you saying? Like star man of the weekend, for the weekend, obviously some big contenders for both. Newcastle sneakily moving up the table. No one really talking about them doing well. Obviously, Leeds getting pammed, Brighton losing, then you're on a bit of a bad streak. Obviously, Man United stinking out the place. Kepa is a shout for that penalty. What are you saying, man? Talk to me.
Player of the week between two. So I'm gonna give it to Kane. Pepe would do a close second, but Kane was classic Kane, man. On was it a Saturday?
Yeah, Saturday.
Yeah, he was having fun, man. He scored a good goal. That assist for Son was, that was a lovely ball.
That's an assist.
That's a proper assist.
That's an assist.
That was serious. But yeah, man, looks like he's coming into form at the right time for them and the wrong time for us. So I hope it doesn't continue. But yeah, it looked like he's woken up, man. Finally. Fraud of the week, yeah, man. Has to be Kepa. That penalty is nuts. Well, he never looked like he wanted to score. Like,
he never did.
But the run up and the kick, that's like that goal kick. Like where you're really trying to pump it like into the last third of the pitch. Like he gave that force. Like, bro, what are you doing, man? Like it's a penalty shootout, right? Like you do know that.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Looked like if we was playing NFL, man.
Yeah, it was craziness.
But yeah, star man of the weekend. I'm gonna give it to I might give it to Kelleher because I thought he was good for Liverpool. Obviously, backup keeper. You know, I'm saying pretty good game. Scored a very good pen as well, and he's always very calm. So I thought I'd give him a shout out for star man of the weekend. And then through the weekend, it's hard not to go with Kepa, even though it's harsh because obviously then that puts the whole loss on him as well, which is kind of difficult. I think maybe through the weekend, I might give it to Bruno Fernandes just purely for his misses, and particularly the one where he squared it to Ronaldo. I think people are not talking about that enough. Ronaldo was literally wide open for a tap-in, and the guy shot. But again, as Jeff said, he's a stats man. So at that moment, he was thinking about the goal stat, not the assist stat, which I think actually drives him, which is scary enough. But yeah, I'm going to go for Bruno's for the weekend. But yeah, listen, people, it's been a fantastic show. Great engagement from everyone. Really enjoyed it. We're going to be back on Wednesday. We're going to be doing the top 10 strikers in the Premier League at the moment. Seems like everyone enjoyed last week's show. So we're like, let's get it cracking again. Shout out Lukaku, gonna get top 10. And yeah, man, we're gonna have a couple of guests on, some of our boys that we know, so it should be fun to get them involved. So make sure to set your reminders once we do that. Wednesday 6:15 or 6:30. We need to decide the time. We'll be around then. But until then, people, smash the likes. I hope everyone that's watching now, big up each of the 6 of you. Have smashed that like, share with your friends, subscribe to RBT if you're new. Make sure to join us again on Wednesday. And obviously, just touching on very quickly the situation in Ukraine. Obviously, we're praying for all the families out there, that everyone can hopefully remain as safe as possible, and that this can be over as soon as possible. Whilst we're still not forgetting everything that's still going on in Palestine and everywhere else around the world, we can't forget about those battles too. So keep everyone in your thoughts. And yeah, as Rash says, as we say, love always wins. And we'll come back again on Wednesday. Peace and love, people. We're out. Take care.
Peace.